24. Strive to be best. Having fled Seoul during the Korean War, we lived as refugees in Daegu. My father had been kidnapped and taken north, and my older brothers were serving in the army. It was up to me at the age of 14 to earn a livelihood for the rest of the family. There was not much that a 14-year-old could do in the chaos of the war. But fortunately, one of my father's former students, who worked at a newspaper, arranged for me to sell newspapers. I usually sold the papers to the shops in the crowded Pangcheon market in Daegu. As soon as I got the papers, I ran to the market. If I lost time selling a couple of papers on the way, I could lose the market to other paper boys. So I was always the first one at the market. But I still could not capture the whole market because I lost valuable time giving change. As I sold to people in the first third of the market, during those precious moments, the other newsboys would catch up and pass me, securing the rest of the market for themselves. In order to feed my family, I had to sell a minimum of 100 papers a day. My mother and two younger brothers were always anxiously waiting for me at home. I had to come up with a new method to sell more papers. So every day before I started, I would make sure I had plenty of change ready. I was able to save important time by tossing the folded bills of change with the paper, grabbing the money, and running to the next shop. In that way, I eventually was able to capture about 2/3 of the market. But the other kids were still catching up with me. I had to improve my tactics, and I did. I just ran through the market, tossing the papers to the shops. Nobody could catch up with me. Then I could take my time, making my way back through the market to collect the money. Not everybody paid each day, but I was able to sell all my papers, and usually was able to collect what was owed me within a couple of days. After about 2 months, the other paper boys had given up completely, and I had the market all to myself. People who want to become the best try their very best. If you try your best, come out on top, but you come close to it. On the other hand, if you think that you cannot do it, that you do not have the capabilities, then you will never accomplish anything. What you are doing is important, but not as important as how you go about it. Your attitude should be one of becoming the best in whatever it is you are doing. I believe that everyone who is number one in his field got there because he aimed high and tried his best. Half-hearted efforts never put anyone in a top position. Many years ago, a Hungarian soccer star was interviewed after his team captured first place in a European competition. One of the reporters asked his secret to success. He said that whenever he had time, he kicked a soccer ball. When he was not kicking a soccer ball, he was talking about soccer. And when he was not talking about soccer, he was thinking about it. A lot of people talk about the Daewoo miracle, but to us, there was no miracle. We just worked harder and tried to become the best in our field. I am never satisfied with present accomplishments, and I will never stop striving for greater heights because I realize that trying your best in everything you do is the only way to avoid regrets.